Two more major external challenges for Netflix include limited growth possibilities in the United States and international barriers to expansion. Netflix's growth within the US has slowed down in recent years, and according to the New York Times article by Emily Steele, increasing its subscriber base in the United States is becoming harder. The article claims that growth challenges in the U.S. include the transition to new chip-based credit card systems, which make it more difficult for existing members to renew their subscriptions. And according to David Wells, Netflix CFO, the next 50 million subscriptions is a little bit harder than the first 50 million in terms of growth. This is extra problematic because Netflix relies on its domestic revenue to fund its vast international expansion. Netflix hopes to make up for the lost revenue from the domestic market by successfully tapping into new markets around the world. Over the last 7 years, Netflix has been expanding into all kinds of international markets, and in 2016 alone, Netflix introduced its streaming service to around 130 new countries. This endeavor will not be an easy one to complete, as there are numerous barriers that will limit Netflix's ability to succeed. A huge barrier in many countries is the lack of broadband infrastructure. This is a big problem in a lot of developing countries, including the large ones such as India. Another problem is pricing. The price of a subscription is the same in every country. And obviously what we make here in the United States differs from what they make in, say, Mexico or Morocco. This may prevent Netflix from capitalizing on business opportunities in poorer countries. Three more key issues that Netflix will have to focus on are culture, language, and government regulation. They'll really have to do some research into culture and language within these new countries before they enter, so they know what type of service to provide. They want to know what type of content to provide. If they really want to appeal to these new markets, they're going to have to invest substantial resources. And the same applies for the government regulation. They don't want to walk into any new market without sufficiently researching that market and its government regulations.